is when someone joins the club and buys a share in the mine, they're not buying a security. They're not buying stock in any company. What they're doing is they're buying physical Bitcoin mining equipment. And instead of taking delivery of that equipment and trying to figure out how to mine Bitcoin in their basement or something, paying retarded rates for electricity, we ship that mining equipment to our data center up in Iceland and link it together with all of our other equipment. And
if I buy a $3,500 contract, whatever, and I'm getting how much a day for that?
So what happens is when someone, say you sell me a $3,500 contract, you get a 5% commission. So you make $175. You're making a commission on the sale of Bitcoin mining equipment. So you're like a Bitcoin mining equipment salesperson. So you're making a commission on that. So now you have an incentive to set someone up with a wallet, walk them through the whole process of Bitcoin, sell them a share. Now you're making some money. Now you can actually go full time into promoting Bitcoin instead of having to do your other job, because everybody's got to make money doing something. I know for about 3 years, all I've been doing is handing out Bitcoin, not making any money. I've been promoting Bitcoin. I know tons of friends that have given away free Bitcoin, not making any money doing it. And they would love to find a way to make a full-time income, to be able to quit their job and go full-time into just promoting Bitcoin and actually make money to pay their bills. And so I was sitting there thinking to myself, how can we create an opportunity for all these people to come in and go full-time into promoting Bitcoin? How can we incentivize people to not only get into mining, but go sign up businesses to take Bitcoin? We have to pay them for their time to go sit down with a business owner and set them all up.
I think the question at the end of the day, though, is how is BitClub going to earn the money to pay all these people?
Okay, so what happens is the people buy the mining equipment, and the equipment generates Bitcoin, which then is paid out in a daily dividend to all the shares. They buy mining equipment. They link it together with all of ours to create this supercomputer. It's kind of like how Visa works. Visa tracks all the transactions, and every time that Visa card's swiped, they get a 3% rake. Visa's making $50 million a day. We're doing the same with Bitcoin, although not only are we tracking all the transactions and securing the network, we get Bitcoin from its source when it springs into existence, the Coinbase, and we make money on the transactions. So that money then is paid out in a daily dividend to the shareholders, and that's how people get paid their money back. So, and then they make money. So say if someone bought 2 shares in the Bitcoin mine, so they spend $1,000, and let's say that $1,000 is paying out $2 a day per share. So that's 2 shares, that's $4 a day. So let's say you're pulling out $2 a day every day and putting it in your pocket. That's your daily dividend. And the other $2 a day, you're putting back into buying yourself a third share. $2 times 250 days is $500. $500 buys you your third share. So now you have 3 shares working together to buy you a 4th share. Those 4 shares work together to buy you a 5th share. So it starts to compound there. Meanwhile, you're still pulling out 50% every day. You're still pulling out your $2 a day. Eventually, you recoup all your money that you invested, plus you still have shares going, generating more and more and more Bitcoin.
So I'd like to ask a question at this point. So there's lots and lots of companies online that are offering, you can buy hash power direct, and then you can do cloud mining. And most of them have ended badly, but for those companies that are offering that sort of thing today, why would it be a better deal to use BitClub than one of these other cloud mining companies?
Because they're just buying, because they're not actually buying physical Bitcoin mining equipment that we can use for 6 months, turn around, resell, buy the newest equipment. We have that rebuy in there because last year it was the S3 chips, then it was the S5 chips, now it's the S7 chips. We constantly have to be upgrading the equipment to stay competitive with all the other miners. And so that's why with our math, you can't pull out more than 70% a day. We force the rebuy every single day of at least 30%. So it constantly makes the mine bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Our mine's going to be the biggest mine in the world. We'll have hundreds of thousands of
what percent of the network are you guys?
We're already at 5%. We're at 30. We're at 30 petahash already, bro.
I mean,
30 petahash.
But how much?
We'll be at 48 petahash by September.
Are you trying to seek like half the network or a third or?
Bro, we're going to have a problem because mathematically we will be the biggest Bitcoin mine on earth. And everybody's like, oh, well, Bitcoin needs to compete with China. And there's 75% of all the transactions are in China and the Great Firewall of China. Well, how do you expect to compete with China if you don't also take over some Bitcoin mining too? And that's my thought is like.
So what happens?
Hardware, the physical hardware, is that in China or where?
No, it's up in Iceland.
All of it?
Yeah. And we got these new 12 petahash containers from Bitfury. We can deploy those anywhere. So we're now looking for the cheapest electricity up in Central Washington. We can get electricity there for 3 cents a kilowatt hour. I've got a deal out in Malaysia that I can get free electricity. They got these magnetic motors I'm investigating in that if these things are legit, I can buy a magnetic motor container and throw the thing in the middle of a jungle and mine Bitcoin on a ship in the middle of the ocean.
What percentage of the Bitcoin being mined is being spent on advertising? And I mean,
none.
How are you?
100% of the Bitcoin being mined,
right,
and pay it out to the shareholders. The mine generates money, paid out in the daily dividends to the shareholders. Over here, someone new joins, they buy the Bitcoin mining equipment, the share. Okay, off the top, the commission's paid out on that referral once they get it. So you refer Juan spends $1,000, you get $50, right? A 5% commission on Juan. Now Juan, let's say Juan is making $2 a day or $4 a day, right? And he's only reinvesting $2 a day. So out of that $2, every day he's rebuying. That's buying more mining equipment. You get 5% of that $2 as well. So you're making 10 cents a day. So you get $50 up front and 10 cents a day. So you're making a little residual income as Juan buys himself another share in the mine. So I think I found it. I think I found something that all of us can participate. We can all make money now doing what we've already been doing for free. Finally getting paid for doing what we've already been doing for free. And we pay out daily dividends. We've never missed a payment, and it's all automated and instantaneous. It's all in Bitcoin. We'll never 1099 anyone. We've got people all over the world excited about Bitcoin. We're bringing 99% of the people that are coming into BitClub have never even heard about Bitcoin. Right? We're not even targeting Bitcoin people. We're targeting the masses of people that are looking for a way to make money. There's look, 85% of the women out there that are multimillionaires, the way they become multimillionaires is network marketing for 85% of women. Network marketing is the way to free people because they don't have to now trade time for money and work jobs. They can create passive residual income. And what a better business. Most people hate network marketing because they have to go sign up their friends before they can make any money. Or they have to be on an automatic order, right? They have to sign up their friends, and if their friends after 3 or 4 months stop ordering the product because they got a whole closet full of the product that they're never going to get around to eating and stuff, then they cancel their automatic order, right? Well, when that order stops, the money stops flowing up to you, and if you don't order, you don't get paid. A lot of people hate network marketing for that very reason. And that's why with BitClub, we're like, look, there is no requirement for you to sign anybody up for you to make money in BitClub. You don't have to tell anyone. You can keep it a secret yourself. And there's no automatic order. So it's literally the perfect network marketing company because it's all Bitcoin in all countries of the world. No automatic order. No requirement to sign anyone up. We've got machines generating money for us. And if you choose to share it with friends, you can make a full-time income. So that's what I'm excited about, and it's happening. I've got friends making $1,000 a day in Bitcoin every single day. $1,000 a day coming in. I've had people throwing millions of dollars.
Well, at the same time, we know that network marketing works. We know that Bitcoin mining can be profitable. We know that a lot of the things that you're putting together, Joby, work, right, separately, right? So why wouldn't they work together, right? But I think what I think would be most productive is to figure out what standards can a company like yours sort of set. What kind of proofs can you put forward that will appease the concern of the more sort of jaded Bitcoin people?
Well, it's the worst part of network marketing is that you have hundreds of thousands of people saying a bunch of stuff that might not technically be true, and there's no way of really policing that because how am I supposed to I don't speak Korean. I don't know what the Koreans are saying, right? I mean, I got the website translated in Korea, but they could be saying you're going to make 100% a month, and you need to sign up because you're going to make 100. And I can't stop them from saying that. So there's awful things about network marketing, and that's one of them is people will misrepresent the company, but on the company's site, there's nothing there that guarantees people are going to make amazing, crazy returns on their money. Some people don't want to figure out Bitcoin mining for themselves. And this is a voluntary thing. We're not sticking a gun to anyone's head and saying, hey, join our deal. But what I am saying is don't misrepresent our deal. And just because we have an affiliate plan tied to it so we can show people how they can make a full-time income. I mean, no one got mad at Uber when they're giving away a free ride on Uber. You get a free ride, or Coinbase every time, you give away a wallet and they buy $100 worth of Bitcoin, you get $10 and they get $10. I mean, we walked people through this whole process, and I'm having tons of success. Tons of people are totally happy. And I'm looking forward to anybody that's not happy coming to me and saying, hey, I'm not happy. and we'll make it so that they are happy. But I was going to say about ClubCoin taking over Bitcoin one day, maybe, is because of our network. We're going to have an army of affiliates, hundreds of thousands of people all over the world that are signing up businesses, and every business that takes Bitcoin will also take ClubCoin. So you'll be able to spend your ClubCoin at all these businesses, which will raise the value of ClubCoin as well as Bitcoin. And I believe that Bitcoin will rise in value. And my thought is, if I have $50,000, I could go and I could buy a new Mercedes, and while I have the car, or I could take the 50 grand and buy an asset that's going to generate cash flow to pay the Mercedes-Benz car payment. 3 years later, the car is paid for. I still have the asset generating cash flow to buy me a boat or some jet skis. In the same way, I could take 50 grand, buy Bitcoin, hold it, hopefully it goes up, cross my fingers, maybe I'm going to trade it. When do I sell? I don't know. It stresses me out. Or I can take the same 50 grand, buy Bitcoin mining equipment that will generate me an endless supply of Bitcoin year after year after year after year after year. And so that's why I'm doing it, because we get paid in Bitcoin. We're not, as the value of Bitcoin goes up, we're still getting paid in Bitcoin. We're not getting paid in dollars. So we're buying in these shares. We're going to bring more people into Bitcoin than any other entity in the world. There has to be Bitcoin miners that are going to be involved in securing the blockchain. And if you don't want to participate in securing the blockchain, that's fine. And you can reap the rewards of our work as we build out this huge network that raises the value of Bitcoin and secures the block. And a lot of these miners out there, they're like super elite, and they don't let a lot of little people in. And that's what we're opening up with BitClub. We're allowing everybody everywhere to join us, and everyone can now become a Bitcoin miner.
Affiliate marketing is very powerful.
Yeah, it opens it up to the masses, all the little people. Marketers that want to go share this with the world, tell two. If we did that, week 1, January 1, you tell 2. Week 2, they tell 2. Week 3, they tell. By your 36th week, you'd have 1 billion people. 1 billion. It's been going for 7 years. We only have 10 million people. For 7 years, 10 million. We should have 1 billion by now. And with network marketing, we can get 1 billion, because now we've incentivized everybody to take the time to sit down with their friends and show them how to open a wallet. This is a wallet. This is an exchange. This is it's a learning process. A lot of people, I've heard of Bitcoin. Yeah, I've heard of Bitcoin. I see your posts all the time. Well, do you have any Bitcoin yet? Well, no. You've seen me posting for 6 months about Bitcoin. Why don't you have Bitcoin still? Oh, I don't know. It's just over my head. My eyes glaze over. Blah, blah, blah. Well, now we have an incentive to sit you down, set up the wallet, all that kind of stuff, which before we didn't have any way to pay people to do that. And now we do. So that's what I'm excited about.
No, I did the $3,500 3-pool thing, and it is making me that I can, because I look at what I can take out. What am I getting? Now, the rebuy is cool and everything, or whatever. I want to know what I can take home. That's what I want to know. And the contract, it looks like it's about 8 to 15% return. So it's positive cash flow. Now, of course, there's all this other, you get other people in multi-level. I make a bunch of craps of money, which is what I'm sure Joey's going to do. And the thing is that I have friends that are looking at it right now. And there's a bunch of questions that we have, and he's been really helpful. We call him on the phone. He takes the call. We got guys sitting there. They're ready to do it. So I'm looking at my thing. Hey, people have done it. I'm going, okay. That was good putting the banner on Freedom's Fee. I guess they're doing it. So the one thing that I wanted is 9 days. I want to go a couple of weeks and see that I was actually mining Bitcoin that I could take out and it would pay the contract. Well, that's already doing that. And then when
you got some club coin, didn't you, too?
Yeah, that's like complicated.
You can sell it.
You can explain it to me later. But the main thing is that it's, revenue positive, for the and then Bitcoin went up. And I go, it's more positive. So then, so I don't have bad things to say yet. I'm just kind of, we'll wait and see and how it goes, but it's doing pretty well. And that's why I'm going to spend. I've been looking for you when we got time while we're down here. I'm going to be here all week. I'm going to be, talking a lot to Joby about it, because I have a lot of other friends that are really into this kind of stuff. Made a lot of money doing it, and I showed it to them, and they're all excited. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Wait till it starts actually. Let's make sure, And so, but so I'm glad. I tell you, the biggest reason that I'm interested in it is that if we are able to even maintain our how much we put in, it's not going to get lost like the dollar, so that's better. The other thing is that we are investing in the technology of the future, and the way the buyback forces you back in to buy more mining equipment. It keeps you current. It has it always, increasing its market share of the mining potential. and then hopefully it sucks it away from China just a little bit. So
yeah, but see, the Chinese are willing to take a loss. That's what we're competing against. These guys that can't wire more than $50,000 out of China, even if you're a multimillionaire a year, right? So they got all this money, they can't take it out of China. So what are they doing? They're dumping all that money into buying Bitcoin mining equipment, right? And they don't even care. They're like, here's $1 million. I only want 900 grand back. Just get me 900 grand right now. I'm getting out of here. And they turn it into Bitcoin, and they fly over to Antigua. They buy themselves a hotel or whatever. And voila, now they're Chinese living on the beach in Antigua with their Bitcoin. And so that's what we're up against. And we're still profitable, even though the Chinese are doing this, and they're taking a loss on purpose.
Imagine the wall goes down. Then what happens? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
what
the shitty governments all around the world the tyrannical governments around the world, that's where Bitcoin's going to do well. Just like in China. That's why they love it, because it's a way to get free from the oppression of their governments.